I continually try to get you to experiment with shortcuts because, yes, to add a new layer, I can come down here and click on that, hit delete to get rid of it. There's probably a new layer. There is right here. You can see the Shift Command N there, and it opens up and you can name the layer here and click OK, and I'm going to hit delete again to get rid of that layer. I like to use Shift Option Command N, and you might say, why? Well, the Shift Command N lets you rename the layer, but most of the time, I'm going to hit delete again to get rid of that. I'm going to go like this and this and this and this, and I'm thrown into Camera Raw, where under Effects, I can go to Vignetting and add a vignette, or back to basic, because this isn't where I typically start. Let's take that vignette off. We'll go back to 0 and head back to basic and make some changes here, and whatever we're doing in order to brighten, lower contrast, all this, hit P to see before and after, and I'm going to hit escape and then click yes, I want to cancel all changes and get out of this, and I'm going to hit delete again. I just want a new layer. And I showed you a couple other ways, but I'm going to hold down Shift, Option, Command, N, because this is the shortcut we're going to use more often than Shift Command N, where we name the layer right there, because we're going to turn this into a dodge and burn layer. And we do that with another shortcut, but it's a little early in the game for you to know this. I've talked about it a few times. Under Edit, Fill, and it says Shift F5. Now, I don't get that, because if I instead of Edit Fill, if I just hold down Shift and hit delete, I can fill with black or white, foreground or background, or patterns, history, color, all this stuff. I want 50% gray. You might say 50% gray, what's that? And yes, there's a blending mode here, but skip it. 50% gray. Fabulous. Boy, that improves our image, doesn't it? Change the blend mode from normal, and it works with overlay or soft light. Either way, both of these ignore 50% gray. And from this 50% gray layer, all kinds of magic can happen. And let me just show you. I'm going to get the brush tool by hitting the letter B, and we'll do something terrible. I'm going to hit D to get default colors, which is black in the foreground, white in the background, and I'm going to, do something horrible like this, and oh no, what am I doing? And you might say, you've ruined it. Look at this. Look at this mess over here. Well, I can hit Shift Delete and fill with 50% gray again, and I'm back to my starting position. That's one of the beauties of the dodge and burn layer. So I'm going to name this layer off screen and come back and show you how to use it so it's not used like a sledgehammer, but it's used in a very subtle way to make what you want to have happen with a little more control than that vignette setting in Camera Raw.